Okay, I'm gonna try to record it a different way now. I've got the LCD screen pointed towards me, which is a little annoying, but I'm able to see in real time how I look and what I'm doing, if it's projecting very well. So, like I was saying about the marriage industry or relationship industry or eHarmony.com industry, if you're behaving in a way where you're at odds with one another, somebody like lawyers are going to be able to capitalize on that. Your suffrage, they're going to have their fees met, their income adequate. And let's say if you buy into the marriage thing, you've got those who sell marriage solutions to your marriage problems. I mean, if you need flowers, here comes that TV to take care of it. If you need catering, here comes this catering company to take care of it. You know, all these businesses are designed to make sure that you are happy, that you have the wedding of your dreams. And why would you want the wedding of your dreams? Well, because everybody else before you had their wedding of their dreams. And are you going to one day get married? Are you going to one day settle down and have what we have? Are you going to be able to do what we've done? Why not? Are you critical of us? Are you a cynic? Are you saying that we're bad? Are you saying there's something we're doing wrong? Well, what is it? Are you judging us? What do you think you're better than marriage? You think you're better than relationships? Oh, you're out there slutting yourself all over the place? Why? I'm not. I'm perfect. And you're doing exact opposite of what I'm doing? How polarizing. How does that make me feel? Now you're at odds with each other. And would you rather beat them or join them? Why does everybody else join them and not beat them? They have their senses to say, you know, the failed institution of marriage, monogamy, it ain't helpful. I mean, why is it that animals get out there and they procreate nonstop? They don't say, God, this really reflects on my personality. I hope nobody judges me. I'm not really a slut. Just because I'm promiscuous doesn't mean I'm a slut. I'm a go-getter. I'm just trying to have fun. I'm in my roaring 20s. I'm a college kid. I'm just trying to experiment. Dogs ain't doing that. Dogs just getting out there practicing their instincts. They're out there just, they don't know better, right? We don't know better either. According to our instincts, our societal indoctrination is our new instincts. They supplemented, they erased our primal nature. When you have desires, they're further deflected into something that's socially acceptable, right? Your instincts means it's a further liability. You've got to suppress those needs. And why? Let's spread that misinformation that if you don't spread your seed, you're somehow going to buy your way into heaven. You're going to be glorified and honored. And those who are lascivious are those who are the ones that are telling you not to be lascivious, right? Those who are in power, they're out there spreading their seed all over the place. Arnold Schwarzenegger, come on. Those who are rich, famous, infamous, they're out there, they're not practicing monogamy. They're not practicing marriage. And if they are, it's just a facade. It's a front, and they're keeping their Anthony Weiner personal life undisclosed. And when it's ever exposed, oh, I'm a sex addict. No, you're not a sex addict. You're a human being. You're a Homo sapien. This is your natural nature. It's natural. Stop suppressing it. Yeah, and you have your desires, and I don't want to go too much further on the benefits and disadvantages of being monogamous or being in a diamond a dozen. I don't know if you recognize it. I don't know if you get what I mean. A diamond a dozen, 3 month salary. It's a bubblegum diamond ring. It's highly inflated. You're not buying the ring. You're buying the status symbol. You're buying the way of life. But it's a cat and mouse love. Like I said before, you take a vow of aristocratic abstinence. You find your little small cubicle of love and you stay there. You stay confined to that. Don't you surpass and jump over your fences. You stay there. You can't be in love and still shoot for the stars and still try to reach that pie in the sky brass ring. You need to work on your marriage and make sure that you are busy. Why? Well, why must you be busy? Because those who are taking advantage of your tailspin They don't want you to stop. They want you to continuously persistent. But think about all the times you have to convince your spouse, loved one, significant other, mate, that you're worthy of their affection, love, adoration. That's more time that you don't have to break out of your cage, your captivity, your castle of glass, your zoo. You're entertaining the rich, just like the taxidermy pride, which I'm going to segue at that moment right now into showing your captors, your Stockholm Syndrome oppressors, that look how great of a person I am. Look what I'm doing. I'm focusing on my small little tiny marriage. I'm focusing on my own little microcosm. I just changed hands. That's right. Let's get that. Okay, so taxidermy pride. You got to express and showcase your pride, right? But look how crisp and sharp I am. Look what I perform. Look at this degree I have on the wall. Look at my shades that I wear. Look at the jewelry that I have. Look at all. You're peacocking, right? But we know what a taxidermied animal is. They're put on display to impress others. How do you, just because you're walking and talking, breathing, walking, and all this stuff, you don't think that is still making you a taxidermied animal? You're somebody else's trophy. If you're not your spouse's trophy, you can be somebody else's. In addition to your spouse's trophy, you can be your employer's trophy. Look, I got 10 guys underneath me. I know a thing or two about small business ownership. I own a business. I've had 10 guys underneath me. No, they weren't underneath you. They were on their knees. There's a difference. So, like that example I used with Peter Joseph and Stefan Milenko or Milanu, the guy was talking about, I was a small entrepreneur and I had business savvy. I was able to make code into something profitable. I sold it at a premium, and so I know a thing or two. That's a microcosm of how things are in real life. That's the real free market. Just because there hasn't been a free market in existence yet, this one, I've been a part of the real thing. I know a thing or two about the free market, where Peter Joseph is telling them. That's the problem with small businesses, because they're going to eventually develop into something that's nefarious, something that's catastrophic, and in a way to enable competition to cutthroat each other once again. Just because if a mechanic is corrupt and you have a new problem that requires his tools, that mechanic is not going to be able to fix the problem, because all he knows how to do is to fix corrupted problems. He's a corrupted mechanic. You can't ask a corrupted mechanic, say, stop being corrupted. He can't. The children who haven't been corrupted yet, they're the only ones that can. They're the only ones that know a thing or two about a thing or two. But this Milanu guy, and just like Peter Joseph, they're stuck in their ways of paradigm. Whether it's good paradigm, bad paradigm, it's still a paradigm. They still have to believe, just like me. I still have to believe that there's such thing as those two guys having a paradigm. Isn't that my pride and vanity? My taxidermied vanity is that I've got to show you that I see things differently, and I've tried to venture in a different type of way of life to prove that there is a such thing as an existence of being independent, or being out there, being something else. Just because it's been established doesn't make it good, doesn't make it right. But isn't that our trophy? Oh, look, my education, look, my business, look at this. You always having to prove your worth. You always spouting your resume, always telling others, well, you don't know me, but I got to tell you who I am. This is what I couldn't possibly be wrong. You think Peter Joseph is going to say, I was wrong about this, and I really am not very close to any type of empirical understanding. I'm really not any closer to anybody else. Just like this Milanu, this guy, he's so caught up in his head believing that what he has learned is empirical. It is the truth. It is right, and he is righteous. And you say the word truth. The truth is only how you see the truth. Taxidermy pride is just like when you establish your stooping over for status symbol pats on the head. You've got to prove that this vehicle is an extension of you, and your hard work did pay off. You went out there and succeeded and accomplished. Look what happens. Look what hard work pays off. I'll say to that person, you are very well obediently trained. You are better at obedience than I am. Yeah, and see what happens? You're rewarded for your obedient behavior. You have proven that you can follow orders better than I can. I should pat you on the head. Isn't that what you're looking for? When you drive around, you're hoping that I'm looking at you with awe and admiration. Oh God, I want to be you one day. You're the epitome of success. You think he's not going to question his behavior? He's not. He's going to be so convinced that he has made it. He's going to be overwhelmed with joy, and everybody else is going to reinforce that. They're going to enable that behavior. God, you are great. This is how I want my son to turn out. Why can't you turn out that way? My spouse, why can't you be like him? Why can't you be a go-getter and ambitious? Why can't you be like him? Well, he's not even like him. He's making you believe he is. He's putting on the front. He's not convinced himself, but he's overcompensating what he already believes is what he lacks. He's got a deficiency. And if you don't demonstrate that you have that pride, and you're out there and you flaunting all your wealth, then somehow you are deficient. You have a defection. The word defection means more than just having a deficiency. It means divorcing